Hey guys, it's Poppy. I'm starting a YouTube channel up, Just Poppy, and today I'm going to do a chocolate pie. You know, the old-fashioned kind that Grandma used to make. It's got all that meringue stuff on top. Well, a mother-in-law, she's 87 years old, and she's getting too old to hold the handle, the pan up, so I went down there and helped her the other day, and she taught me how to make one. Well, guess what? I'm going to go down there in her kitchen today while she's gone to the doctor, and I'm going to try my own. She made the meringue for me the other day. I want to do my own. So y'all, let's go downstairs and see what we can come up with. Okay, so to start today, I'm going to make up some milk. I didn't want to run to the store, so what I'm going to do is just make this powdered milk up. It takes 2 cups of milk to make this pie. So I'm just going to do this and mix it up, and we'll get everything together. Y'all hang tight. Okay, I think I got everything together. Kind of shorten this thing up, but let's get started making this pie and see how it turns out. Okay, so what we need here is, of course, our pie crust. And I got this traditional, great value, works just as good as all the rest. Got 3 eggs, got a cap full of this vanilla flavor. Gonna need about a 1/3 cup of flour. Gonna need a cup and about a 1/3 of sugar, and a heaping tablespoon, you know, one of them soup spoons, like this one right here, of cocoa. So let's get started doing this and see how it turns out. Now, when I say a heaping, you know, here's that soup spoon. When I say a heaping, I mean, you know, that's a heaping. Well, I'm gonna knock just a little bit off, so it will help. Nah, I better go with what I know. That's a heaping. See that? Well, I'm mixing all my dry ingredients together, and we'll get all of this stirred up, you know, get it where it's supposed to be, and then we'll add our eggs and our vanilla and all of that stuff. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so what we want to do is we want to take 3 eggs, give them we're going to separate the yolk from the whites. Now, they make little gadgets for this, but what I'm going to do is try to do this without. I'll get them shells out. There we go. And we're just gonna do this the old school way and get all the white out, and we'll use that right there. So, hold on, let me get that spoon here and get these little shells out, because I don't think they'd taste too good. I'm off to a bad start today already, ain't I? But, you know, perfect video, don't nobody want to watch it. This is what really happens. How about that? So anyway, we'll take us another egg, drain all of the good stuff out. See if I can do this without cracking the egg. I just dropped it in there. So what we'll do right there is take this spoon without breaking the yolk, because then it ain't no count. All right, we got that right there. The other day, y'all, I did it just perfect. So, all right, let's see if we can do this one. How about this? There we go. Look at there. All right, so let's wash our hands again. And I'll get all of this stuff mixed up, and we'll start this process. I need to put 2 cups of milk in this right here. Thereabouts. It don't have to be just perfect, but that's about what I used the other day, and it turned out pretty good. So let's just whisk this up real good here. And we'll mix this and the vanilla in with this chocolate right there. All right. Here we go. Lay that to the side. Now the other day I forgot this stuff right here, and it turned out okay anyway. So, you know, just about a cap full. That's what we use. And we'll do that right there. And then we'll mix all of this right here together. Whisk it up real good. And get it ready to go on the oven. Now, I turn mine on high. A lot of folks start theirs on medium high and stuff like that. You know what? When I'm ready to boil, I'm ready to boil. So let's get this started. I'm gonna go over here and preheat my oven so I can put this crust in there and get it golden brown. And I'll be right back. All right, so what I'm doing here is perforating the crust. That's putting holes in the bottom, if you don't know what I'm doing. The reason I'm doing that is because when it heats up, it's gonna bubble up. You know you can't have a flat bottom pie with a bubble in it. So let's do this right here. And we'll stick this baby in the oven here. And let it get golden brown. And we'll go from there. Now here we got our pie filling going. I call it chocolate pudding because you make it the same way. I think you basically make it the same way you do a old-fashioned vanilla, you know, pudding, like a banana pudding. But anyway, you gotta stir this and keep it from scorching the bottom. So we'll let that come to a rolling boil, and I'm gonna be stirring it here and there while I'm going. That way it don't scorch. I'll be right back. All right, guys, it's starting to bubble a little bit now, so I've been stirring it for a little bit to keep it off the bottom. But y'all take your whisk, see how it's starting to get thick when it's cooking. Well, you're gonna have that every time, just about, because you're getting it unstuck from the bottom and all of that stuff. So anyway, you let this stuff start to get hot and thicken. That's that flour and sugar, egg, and all of that stuff. See it starting to get thick right there? Well, you bring it to a good rolling boil, and I call that a good rolling boil right there. But see, the other day I pulled it too quick and wasn't sure about it, so that's getting thick. See that right there? So I'm gonna pull that off right now, and I'm gonna keep stirring it. Let's get the heat off. I'm gonna keep stirring it so it don't stick on that bottom, and that way it'll kind of cool off a little bit, you know. But that right there is getting good and thick, people. You hear me? Look at that. So what this stirring does, it kind of cools it down. This is a lot thicker than mine the other day. Might be even better. The other one was real good. All right. So we got that right there off the heat. We got it cooled down enough so it don't scorch, I hope. And we'll get this show going here in just a minute. We'll check our pie shell right there. It's just about halfway done. All right, I'll stir some more right here. We don't want this scorching. That'll give it one nasty one nasty flavor. But I think we're in the safe zone here now. All right, so what I'm doing here is we take this cream of tartar. See that? It gets about a quarter of a thing right there. And that's what we're doing there. So we put that in there. Hey guys, I'm gonna edit some of this video. When I was stirring that chocolate stuff, I forgot to put that stick of butter in there. But after it, you know, I realized what I done, I went back and I cut me up some little chunks of butter and put it in that chocolate pudding, mixed it up real good. Turned out just like it's supposed to. But I wanted to put that in there just in case y'all think, wait, where the butter at? Well, it's in there now. Be right back. All right, guys. This is what I got when I got done. Don't look too bad. First time I ever made meringue. Didn't get as thick and whooped up as my mother-in-law's did, but hey, we'll see here in just a little bit when it cools off. We'll cut us a slice. All right, guys, we got the pie cut. Before we start though, on the meringue, what I did on that was didn't use enough of that cream of tartar. And I think you should use about a half a teaspoon of that. And don't add the sugar till you get your foam started. I put the sugar in too early, and the vanilla too. But anyway, don't start till you're just about done with your, halfway done with your meringue, and that way you can add your sugar in while it's mixing up. The heaviness of the sugar caused it not to fluff up as much. So anyway, I'm gonna be doing some RV videos and some catfish and bass and crappie videos. If y'all like this, y'all hit that like button and subscribe, help me out a little bit. But here's a picture of that pie right there. It's set up just perfect. All right, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. See you next time. God bless.